Good Tuesday morning to you. Great to have you here with us. I'm Alex Pearson. Justin Trudeau and his Ontario campaign co-chair are apparently heading to court. Yeah, both named in a $1.5 million libel suit from a would-be candidate who says she was barred from joining in the running for the Liberal Party about a couple of weeks ago. Christine Innes is the would-be candidate from Trinity Spadina who claims she's been slandered and blocked by false claims of bullying and intimidation tactics used by her campaign. Let's bring in Rebecca Thompson, who is in Ottawa this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So this popped up last night, a little bit of a surprise to everybody. This thing has gotten really serious.
Well, yeah, this isn't the first time that we're going to see a Liberal leader get involved in a nomination process and basically, and pursue a lack of commitment when it comes to having an open nomination process. We saw Jean Chrétien do it. We saw Paul Martin do it. Of course, Tony Ianno, who is the husband of Christine Innes, who is the one who has filed this lawsuit against Justin Trudeau and his Ontario Liberal co-chair, David McNaughton. He was in the thralls of Liberal races under those Chrétien and Martin years. So there's a lot of bad blood there. But what we learned, of course, is yesterday, is that Christine Innes, based on being blocked by Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party from being able to run in this riding, she is now saying that there are false claims by Justin Trudeau and David McNaughton against her they say it was the blocking of her nomination based on her bullying and intimidation tactics. What Christine is saying is that it has nothing to do with that at all. It's basically that she would not agree to a backroom deal to not run in the next federal election in the riding of Christina Freeland.
Yeah.
And of course, what will happen is in 2015, there's going to be a whole whackload of new ridings added across Canada. The riding that Christine Innes was hoping to run in it was Olivia Chow's Trinity Spadina. That riding is going to go away before the next election. And Christine Innes wanted to run in the riding that Chrystia Freeland is going to run in. Of course, Justin Trudeau handpicked Freeland, who of course just won in a recent by-election, and wasn't happy with the idea of Christine Innes possibly running against her in the nomination to run in that brand new riding.
Yeah, interesting. I know the riding quite well. I lived in it for a number of years. It's been an NDP stronghold for a long time with Olivia Chow. The riding next to it is the new, I guess, the York riding that they wanted Christine Innes to run it. Here's my question. Is this going to stick? Is this kind of mudslinging going to actually stick to, the Liberal Party? They're trying to get the best candidates into these ridings. But with this hanging over their heads, they could have had Chrystia Freeland run in Trinity Spadina. Then they could have had Christine Innes run in York. But I would think that this muddies the waters as to what could happen on the outcome.
Yeah, it's certainly a strategy that people are going to raise their eyebrows at, people are going to question, because, when it comes to ground politics, when it comes to encouraging and inspiring the troops, if you have, specifically in the Toronto area, if you have people on the ground who are criticizing the Liberal leader and the Ontario co-chair, then it's not going to bode well for gaining trust for Justin Trudeau. People are not going to want to get out and door knock if they're frustrated that these backroom deals are happening. And Justin Trudeau had a commitment to open nominations, and this is even more evidence if this is in fact true. These, of course, are accusations that haven't been proven in court. But if this is a legal process that is going to be happening over the course of the next year, then it's not going to bode well for Justin Trudeau, especially given the fact that these ridings are extremely competitive between the Liberals and the NDP.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think to the outside people, those who actually care about this, which would be political, junkies, it shows a sign of infighting. I would be, it's the kind of thing where Tim Hudak, the libel suit with Kathleen against him, it makes for some headlines. I'm not sure this will gain as much traction in the media, but I think it would catch a little bit.
Well, certainly Sun News will cover this for sure. Sun Media will cover this. It may become less important for other news networks over time. But, you know, it should be covered because open nominations is something that's being debated heavily right now because, you know, we're learning that, or we learned that the federal Conservatives took a very principled stance to making sure that there are open nominations. This should be something that people are worried about, that, you know, leaders of parties should not commit to one thing and then act differently when it comes to backroom deals.
Yeah, I mean, look, we just had a really ugly nomination battle happen in Alberta. Rob Anders out. They've got Ron Leipert, who has now taken over the position. But it got very ugly and very public. And of course, we've got the situation happening for the PC party also in the Greater Toronto area with Eve Adams, whose fiance had to basically step down because of conflict of interest. This is all nomination. This generally doesn't make for headlines, but for some reason, this nomination season, it's getting very ugly. I think this will nag Justin Trudeau just a little bit. I don't think he needs this, but he did make that promise, Rebecca, that he would keep things open. And so he might have a bit of a revolt within his own party for going back on that promise. I want to